costs a lot of money to run a service like Pandora. We pay more than 60% of the money that we make in royalties. And we do it because at scale, we can start to have a commercial proposition. Pandora itself is ad funded. 99% of the listeners listen to music they love in exchange for listening to ads up to a minute for every hour of listening to music. And that's how we fund the royalties that we pay.
Wow. Now, this lady down here had a question.
It's less a question than asking for an example when you were talking about earned and paid and owned, which we are all familiar with. But have you got an example, Gary, that you can give us of something that you felt worked particularly well?
Yes, and I'm without wanting to steal too much of my own thunder, because I'm going to do a breakout group about this later. I work for Forex, is one of my clients, and we have spent a lot of money making a really good, really beautiful web experience for our drinkers, because we want to keep our drinkers drinking and we want to keep them engaged. And so then what we've done is we've produced a lot of content which is designed around what we know our consumers are really into, their passions, their interests, and the idea that, and that's the thing that was behind that is looking at what they were searching for. So we look at Forex drinkers and we know that they look for boating, camping, fishing, essentially. So we make content which is relative to those groups. Turns out one of the biggest kind of search for terms is how to reverse a boat down a boat ramp. So we make a film about that that's kind of branded and a bit funny, and it gets natural distribution. And so we're making assets which pull people in. We don't have to pay to get that out because we're making something that people are already looking for, and we've done it in a way that Google finds it easily. But we're also investing in marketing which has value into the future, because that asset sits on our sites and people still look for, they look for reversing down boat ramps every day. So it has value every day, and it will have value into the future rather than being an advert which only runs for the day which it's kind of scheduled for and then it's gone. So a lot of this is about how to use your money to have value into the future rather than it just kind of disappearing. Does that give an example?
Thank you, Gary. Oh, another question up there, that lady up there with her hand up.
Look, I just wanted to ask a question, mostly about how I think we all acknowledge and accept that digital is fantastic for developing audiences, developing new audiences for our arts organisations.